Good morning. Joan here. Happy Saturday. And welcome to step 7 of 9. There's two more steps, so we're going to finish up the end of August. And this Saturday series for July and August is based on Sunny Dawn Johnston's book, Invoking the Archangels. A 9-step process to heal your body, mind, and soul. So, what we're going to do is we're going to review. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. And what we're going to do, it's the perfect place to start. You really haven't missed anything because we're going to review what the steps were really quickly. And then we're going to go into today, and then you're going to get a chance to pick a card so you can personalize this reading so it's just right for you whenever you happen to see it. And why do this? Well, this is my answer to I grew up watching cartoons on Saturday mornings. So 60 some years later, this is my answer to Saturday mornings, a little intuitive juiciness, entertainment, fun for the week, and see what shows up for you that feels good. And hey, let's have it be practical. Let's have it be meaningful, and let's have it add value that's unique to you, because it's all about you. So we're going to start off. The most amazing thing happened. I'm the kind of person who usually falls asleep within 30 seconds of my head hitting the pillow, just like my mom. Uh, and I usually sleep through the night. But last night, wide awake. And the part that was fascinating, I listened to an owl for more than an hour, right outside my window. It was absolutely magical. So, on my newsletter, the symbol for Mountaintop Musings, I use an eagle. Well, the owl is referred to as the night eagle. And today, I'm going to just do a little bit. We're not going to use this card deck. I'm going to use, how many decks am I using today? 1, 2, 3. I'm using, okay, 4 card decks today. But this one is just to give us, here's the energy that's surrounding you and surrounding this call when you happen to see it. It's owl spirit. Look at this owl. You can see clearly now. That's the whole point. So this summer series is about healing mind, body, and soul. And there's a formula. So let me just tell you the formula. Step 1, awareness. Step 2, looking within. Step 3 is choice. Step 4, commitment. Step 5, responsibility. Step 6, last week was all about taking action. So it doesn't matter what you're going to do, but you're going to have a 9-step formula you can use for anything. You're already doing this, but maybe in a different order. But when you line up this order, magic happens. That's why I am sharing that. That's why I'm sharing this series, because I just thought it'd be something fun for you to play with. See what you think. So we're on the 7th step, and the owl's card is number 43. It's a 7. Our 7th step, releasing and replenishing. And what's the benefit when you release and you replenish? Owl's wisdom that is guiding us is you can see clearly now. How does that feel, knowing you can see clearly? Once you release and replenish. And here's Owl's message. Owl spirit arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen senses and the wisdom within the consciousness we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your sensitivities are turbocharged and you are receiving messages from all directions. Owl Spirit reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines. What is invisible to the naked eye? What cannot be heard with the ears? And what others may not be able to perceive? With all your senses aroused, you have much knowledge available to you. Clarity will come as you sit with all that you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the acuity of all your senses. Intuition is real and can provide the clarity you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job, whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. Congratulations. Isn't this cool? I mean, to me, this feels like quite a breakthrough. I just love that Owl Energy, and I'm such a nature girl. I so love partnering with animals. And this particular deck, Colette Baron Reed's Animal Spirits, and on my Tai Chi classes, I've been teaching using this deck for years in as a guiding point. I use this deck with all my private coaching client calls. It's just one, the spirit animals, the guidance in this, it's just the mood that Colette was in when she created that deck, and that deck moved through her. That same energy is one that moves through me, and I find that animals just speak in a way that I can hear and understand. So I'm just sharing the decks that I'm called to. In the morning, they will tell me which decks want to come and play with you, and then see what you relate to. And in this reading, if I ever say anything that you find helpful, leave me a comment if you would like me to pull a card for you next week. And two people left me a message last week. So Triana and Shaheen, this will be, I'm going to pull a card for you guys today. So I like to have an overarching theme. So we know that our step is release and replenish today. That's step number 7. So let's find out a little more about it. Releasing is often defined as an emotional purging. Our emotions, thoughts, and beliefs are contained in our bodies. So learning to release these will help you achieve more peace, happiness, emotional well-being. What do you think of those three? Peace, happiness, and emotional well-being. Feels good, doesn't it? Replenishing simply means to fill back up or make complete again. Emotional purging often leaves empty spaces within. And since nature abhors a vacuum, you must fill yourself back up. So this is where choice comes in. And you know what? I think one of the ways to play with that is when you're at the beach, watch the tide, the waves go out, releasing, the waves come back in, replenishing. So that's why one of my clients, I have him, he's a voiceover actor doing all kinds of fabulous voices and can make a zillion different sounds with his voice. And one of the things that I have him do when he's just not feeling as capable as he wants to, I said, go to the beach and be barefoot. And I want you to walk along the sand and let that water ebb and flow over your feet as you walk that tide line to get your rhythm going back with nature, and puts him right in the place. So you might just find on one, maybe it's taking a bubble bath, a candlelit bubble bath, or maybe it's a shower or a jacuzzi. Maybe it's being by a lake, but those water and those emotions, that's one way that I find replenishing. And it can also be releasing. That's, you often see pictures of people in Hawaii where they'll go and they'll stand underneath a waterfall and just let that water, just rinse them clean. It's the same thing in your shower. You just might find a shower that's kind of like the releasing. The replenishing is when you put your body lotion head to toe. It's however that works, letting go, embracing. You're just balancing that energy. See how that feels. But that's what we're playing with. Replenishing comes after first releasing. So, think of a glass of water. Once you've added the water, you can't add any more. It'll just spill over. Once you drink some, then you can add more. So the drinking some is the releasing the water from the glass. Pouring more in is replenishing it. Just so you kind of get a different way to sort of play with that idea. See if that makes more sense. And then because this is working with archangels in the book, I'm using Kyle Gray's 22 Archangel deck and for a theme. So here's our theme for the week. Let me just see if I can get him without. And so this is Daniel. It's interesting. Was inspired to do blue today. Divine discernment. Trust the messages within. They are divinely guided. And so let me get my owl. What was she telling us? You see clearly now, trust the messages within. So that's sort of our harmony. And how do you do it? First, release what's no longer needed, and then replenish. So that's like the formula. And then now, pick a number, 1 to 7. So releasing and replenishing, what's something that might be helpful? So pick a number 1 to 7, and then I'm gonna pull 7 cards, and let's see what we have. Where did I put the 7 cards? Okay, here we go. And for today, we're going to use hold on. We're going to use Denise Lynn's Soul Coaching deck. And here's our overall theme. So pretty. And what's this word? Love. Open your heart to receive. Love is on its way. You are more cherished than you can possibly know. It's a day for rejoicing. You're a sacred vessel for eternal love to flow through. And here's an affirmation if you like to play with affirmations. I'm wonderful. I receive and give today. I receive and give love today and always. And I like to turn things into a what if question. What if I am wonderful? What if I receive and give love today and every day? What if I receive and give love every day? So isn't this cool? You can see clearly now Owl's message to you. And you might, Google the word owl. Look, see if you find any owls and how they might speak to you. But that was the sign, the message for this call. You can see clearly now. Trust in the messages within. They're divinely guided. Tune in to love in the center of your heart. And it's a pretty cool thing. I mean, the heart is the first organ that's made. So your heart has been with you. The first beat of your heart is when everything started. So here we go. At least that's my opinion. Could be anybody's opinion, but that's how I'm interpreting it. And however you interpret it is just right for you. So let's see, number 1 to 7. Dun, 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 dun. So we're starting off with love. So, what would be something fun to know? What's going to support me on this releasing and replenishing? It's going to be something supportive. What's something I might not have thought of that kind of meets me right where I am, or something I can tune into? Or if I was to receive a hug from my soul today, and every one of these are going to be one word, keeping it simple. Just a second. Picking a number 1 to 7. If you pick number 1, Shaheen, this is for you. Focus. Don't you love that? And look at this spyglass with a butterfly. So let me look at this. What you focus on is what you create. So put your attention on thoughts that are beautiful, worthwhile, and loving. It's time to focus your intent and your passion on one thing rather than being scattered in different directions. And that's my focus too. It's one focus. Or it's like it's a one word that where we're placing our intention or our energy. And so if you pick the number 1, your word is focus. And Shaheen, this is yours. Now let's see what Triana. Triana, you're number 2. Beautiful butterfly. Butterfly and dragonflies. Look at that. Transformation. Positive changes are coming. Old structures, beliefs, and ideas are falling away and will be replaced with vitality and new pathways. Soon you'll be seeing the world in a fresh way. So we're starting off with focus. Then we're stepping into transformation. Now pick number 3. If you pick card number 3, voyage. It's a beautiful old sailing ship. If you pick card number 3, a journey is coming. Rather than staying in a safe harbor, let your sails unfurl to the wind. The universe absolutely knows, cherishes, and protects you as you ride the currents of your life. That's if you pick number 3. So if you pick number 4, gratitude. And gratitude's message for number 4 is the universe is grateful for you. Appreciation for everything flows through you in great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you. Gratitude is for number 4. Number 5, enthusiasm. And it's interesting because enthusiasm is all butterflies. And we're looking at this through the lens of healing mind, body, and soul. The step today is about, releasing and embracing. And number 5's card's enthusiasm. How's it going so far? Hope you're liking this. Embrace life with excitement and celebrate even the smallest victories. I have to say, enthusiasm is one of my favorite words of life. Let your childlike exuberance radiate. Well, that's fun because that's my word for this year is radiate. Let your childlike exuberance radiate to others. This isn't the time to be cool or reserved. Find joy in the ordinary events of life and discover what's great about today. That's if you pick number 5. Number 6, acceptance. Acceptance is a sacred act of power. Accept your light. Embrace all parts of yourself. Allow yourself to receive the gifts of the universe. You're worthy of these blessings and so much more. Ooh, love acceptance for number 6. And number 7, healing. And you have these lovely fairies dancing. So, number 7, sorry, we're waiting on me to count. Healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. And how perfect, because this is all about healing mind, body, and soul. You are so supported. You're in the right place, right on time. Healing is happening. And how wonderful, for 7 steps of invoking the archangels, a 9-step process to heal your mind, body, and soul. And number 7, the card number 7 today for the 7th step is healing. So let's just do a fun little thing. I just had a wild idea. Let's see if I can do this. So for step 1, which is awareness, what's important? Focus. Step 2 is looking within. So I'm going to look at card number 2, which is transformation. When we look within, transformation can happen. Card number 3 is voyage. And step number 3 is choice. So when we make a choice, we go on a voyage. Step number 4 is commitment. Card number 4 is gratitude. So one of the key things for being committed is being grateful for the opportunity to commit. Step 5 is all about responsibility. And card 5 is enthusiasm. How enthusiastic are you about your obligations? What you've committed to, what you've chosen or been dealt, especially the things you're not enthusiastic about. It might be a time to today release and replenish. Step number 6 is all about action, and card number 6 is about acceptance. So before you can act, you need to accept where you are and make a choice. And step number 7, which is all about releasing and replenishing, and card number 7 is all about healing. See how that all fits together. And the cards that are supporting us, everything begins with love. And the way you share your heart with yourself and everyone else. Daniel reminds us about the power of discernment and trusting the messages within and knowing you are divinely guided. And after these 7 steps, you can see clearly now. You have a new focus. All righty, so that's step 1 to 7. We have 2 more steps. I will be back Saturday, August 23rd at 9 for step number 8. And if you like this content I share, be sure to sign up below. Leave me a comment if you would like me to pull a card for you for next week. I would love to do that. And what I think is most important, remember, take time to enjoy this moment. Have a beautiful weekend. So glad you are here, and I'll be back again soon. Take good care and bye for now.